Assalamualaikum. My name is Akila Nadira, and for this presentation, I will present on my part and the provision that I have included in our Women and Girls Protection Act 2022. Under Part 4, that is Women and Girls Welfare, Chapter 1 talks about the crime of abortion, in which I include this provision to protect the welfare of women from being forced to abort her pregnancy and also to prohibit the woman from aborting her pregnancy at her own will. Under Western jurisprudence, we can say that such action will be in contrary to the naturalist jurisprudence, in which the act of aborting the pregnancy is considered the same as murder. Thus, an act of murdering or taking someone else's life is considered to be something that is immoral. That is why I include this provision as a prohibitory provision, so that any immoral act that may cause the woman or girl to get pregnant are able to be controlled. This provision also indirectly prohibits the people from committing any indecent act, as if a woman is pregnant and wanted to abort her pregnancy, either with the consent or not, will still be liable for murder. Thus, this will help to prevent or curb any indecent act which is considered as immoral according to the naturalist view. This applies the same under Islamic jurisprudence, as naturalists believe that law and morality are connected. Islamic jurisprudence are also of the same view, and the similarity in this view is that both Western and Islamic jurisprudence would like to prevent and prohibit any immoral act from being done by the society. Under Islamic jurisprudence, we can say that it is under Sad al-Dara'i, which means blocking any act which leads to evil. Under this term, we can say that the provision was to prevent any immoral act to be done between an unmarried couple, as if it is committed, it will lead to evil acts such as abortion. Moving on to chapter 2, that is menstrual leave. In view of the Western jurisprudence, we can say that it is based on the feminist jurisprudence. It can be seen that feminist jurisprudence fight for the right of women to be treated equally without any form of stereotyping, and that women welfare should always be protected. Under Islamic jurisprudence, it can be seen in terms of qiyas or analogy, in which under Islam, women who are on her period are exempted from multiple obligations such as fasting, praying, or reciting the Quranic verse. The reason as to why women are not allowed to fast during their period is because in Islam, women who are on her menses are not clean, and period may be very exhausting. Thus, women are excused from certain obligation during her menstruation, as it is to protect the welfare and health of the woman who was on her period. Therefore, this provision holds the same principles or view by the Western and Islamic law, that is to protect the welfare of women during their period, due to the fact that this provision only applies when their menstruation has affected their performance in work or school due to period cramp, which women would most likely experience during their menstruation. The last part is under chapter 3, where the provision mentioned about maternity protection. This provision is included in view of realism jurisprudence under the Western jurisprudence. As realism jurisprudence, they believe on something that is fact and proven, and not something that is impractical or visionary. The reason I included this provision is because it can be seen that there are multiple cases and situations where the women who are on her pregnancy are prone to collapse due to exhaustion, or how working may cause the mother, to suffer from multiple health issues such as depression, stress, or mental health problem, in which it will negatively affect her pregnancy. Thus, according to realism jurisprudence, who believe that something can only be considered reasonable and valid if it can be proven and that it is a fact. That is why this provision is included, as it is to protect the health of a pregnant woman who are inclined to sickness during her pregnancy, and due to the fact that it was proven that women who are pregnant have high chances of developing mental or physical health issue. Therefore, it is reasonable for this provision to be included. However, in view of the Islamic jurisprudence, I can say that it may relate back to qiyas, and it can be seen as an analogy that women are not allowed to fast during her menstruation. A woman is also not allowed to fast during her pregnancy due to the concern of the mother and the child's health may be affected. Therefore, we can say that the same as pregnant women who are working. They are entitled to have maternity leave if they are in their mid-pregnancy, as those stage pose very high chances of women developing health issues. That is the reasons why I included this provision in our Act. That is all from my part, and this marks the end of my presentation. Thank you.